Good morning. Welcome back to Instagram Live. So good to see you here today. I'm just going to give everyone a couple seconds to join in as usual. It's a beautiful day outside. It's so sunny. It's finally starting to get warm. We're so lucky spring is finally coming. Hopefully that was the last of the snow. Only time will tell. We'll see. Okay, so let's come on down to our mat and get started laying down in Shavasana. So we're going to place one hand on our chest and one hand on our stomach. And we're going to start with some big, deep breaths. So let's take a big breath in and out to start. And then we'll breathe in slowly for 1 count and out for 2. Breathe in, out 1, 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 out 2. Good job. Let's keep doing that a few more times on your own time. Good. Now we're going to bend both legs in, kind of like we're going to a bridge. And then we're going to take our right leg over top and cross it over the left leg. So I'm going to cross my right leg over the left ankle, my right ankle over the left knee. And I'm going to bring my left knee up to the sky and reach with my hands and take hold of my left knee. So I'm holding onto my left knee. And I'm going to use my right elbow and push into my right knee to open up the hip. And I'm just going to gently pull my leg closer to my chest using the weight from my knee and my hands, opening up my glute and the back of my hip, and taking some deep breaths like we just practiced. And release back to the floor. Now I'm going to keep my leg crossed over. I'm going to drop my foot down towards the left side. So my legs are crossed, still kind of in a figure 4, and I'm dropping my right foot to the left side and my left knee to the left side. So now I'm in this twist with my right knee lifted. If you can't quite reach the floor, that's okay. It's still a great position. Just make sure your foot is flexed all the way no matter where you are to protect the knee. If you want, you can look over to the right side, make it a little deeper. Good, and then on the inhale, bring your legs back up to center. Now you're going to let go of your right leg, bring it down to the floor, stretch both knees in Shavasana. Let your arms lay out, palms open for just a moment. And then let's bend in our right leg, bend our left leg and cross it over top. So my left ankle is crossing over my right knee. I'm going to lift the right knee off the floor and use 2 hands to grab behind my thigh or my knee. If you can't reach for your knee, then maybe you want to get a t-shirt or a towel to use. That would work very well too. Or you can just reach and keep your foot on the floor. That would be fine too. Good, just slowly trying to push the left knee back with your elbow and bring the left ankle forward with your left knee. Take some deep breaths. Good, then you're going to drop your right foot to the floor. Keep your left knee propped over your right foot and drop the left foot and the right knee over to the right side. Good, now open up your arms to the side of your body and we're going to take a twisted figure 4 stretch. If you want to make this stretch less intense, you're going to move your feet away from your body. If you want to make it more intense, you're going to bring your feet closer to your shoulders. Good, one more breath here. And come back up to the middle and walk both legs out in front of you. Stretch them out. Good, and we're going to come up to a seated position. So use your hands if you want, or you can lift your body slowly to come to a seated position. Now face the front of your mat still. I'm going to face you. You're going to bring your feet together in a butterfly position. And you're going to do some cat-cow here. So you're going to inhale, use your ankles as leverage, pull your chest forward, open up your chin, open up your chest. Exhale, round your back and tuck your head down. Inhale, shoulders down and back, open up, reach your chest up. Exhale, curl into your back. Good, let's do that a few more times. Inhale, open up, big wide spine. Exhale, curl, reach your forehead for your feet. Inhale, lift the ribs, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, curl and round your shoulders. Good, now we're going to do one more. Open up big to the ceiling. Exhale, fold. And this time, we're going to slowly reach our forehead for our toes. So begin to fold over, forward over your toes. You might feel a lot of tension in your back of your neck. That's perfectly normal. We have a lot of fascia that connect there that also connect down our spine and the back of our feet. Still just relax the head, resist the temptation to look up at the camera. Keep your chin tucked in, keep folding forward, forehead to toes. And roll up. Great work. Come on over to tabletop. And let's do a little bit of opening for our upper body now that we've just opened our lower body. So you're going to inhale and go to cow position. Lift your chin and lift your tailbone. Exhale, push the floor away. Inhale, arch your back, long spine from chin to tail. Exhale, push the floor away and get round towards the ceiling. One more. Inhale, curl up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round down towards the floor. Now flatten your back, come to a neutral spine, and we're going to do some twists. Reach your right arm up on the inhale. Exhale, reach underneath the left arm. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, put it back on the floor. That's one. We're going to go to the left side now. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, look under your right arm. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, back to the floor. Good, let's do a few more. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right arm down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, back to the mat. Last one. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, reach under. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, return to the mat. Good. You're going to plant your hands, corkscrew your hands out. We've talked about that a few days in a row. Curl your toes underneath and lift your hips to downward facing dog. Good. Now we're going to really work on the hamstrings a little bit here. So walk your feet out. Reach the heels for the floor. Lift your hips up. Good. We're going to take a few more breaths here, about 5. Good. On inhale, come forward into plank for sun style A. Exhale, on chaturanga, you can either lower your knees like this and do your chaturanga, or keep them up. So you're going to come forward, bend your elbows in towards your ribs. Inhale, bring your hips through, lift your shoulders to the ceiling to upward facing dog. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward at your fingertips, hop forward, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come up the sides, swoop through the air. Exhale, bring your palms down, heart center to mountain pose. Inhale, reach your arms up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop back to plank and push back to down dog. That's one. Let's do two more. Here we go. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look at your fingertips, bend the knees, hop forward with control and halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms up the sides. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up and do a little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, come forward and come through to upward facing dog. Exhale, curl the toes, downward facing dog. Good, one more set. Here we go. Inhale, come forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look at your fingertips, bend the knees, hop forward, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms up the side body. Exhale, hands down to heart center, pass through mountain. Inhale, reach your arms up the front, slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, hop back to plank. Push back to down dog. Good. Bring your knees down to tabletop and sit back in child's pose. We're just going to take a 1 second rest here. Good. Push back up on your knees. Step forward with the right foot into low lunge. You're going to lean the hips forward, curl your hips underneath, stretch into this backside hip. We're going to do a little bit of stretching close to the floor so that we can do a standing series. Good. Take a few more breaths. Try and lift the body up. You can put your hands on your knee or hands at your heart. Good. Then you're going to press back, stretch the front knee for half split. Walk your hands forward. Good. Come back forwards into low lunge. Curl your toes behind you, lift that back knee, and lift your upper body to high lunge. Bring your hands to heart center. Good. Open up your upper body, twist to face a side wall, so both feet are facing out. So I've got 2 feet facing out, a little wider than hip width apart. You're going to reach your arms up and forward fold into this wide-legged stance. Now walk your hands over to the right foot. Stay here for a few breaths. Think about getting really long in your spine. So I'm really concentrating here on not rounding my back. I'm pushing my hips up to the ceiling, stretching from my forehead closer to my toe, and making my spine long. Let's do one more breath here. Good. Exhale, walk my hands through the center over to the left foot. Again, long spine, long in my upper body. Sending my hips and hamstrings up to the ceiling. 2 more breaths. And walk back to center. Good. Now you're going to inhale, put your hands on your hips, and lift your upper body. Exhale, turn back to right side high lunge. Reach your hands for the floor, step back to plank, push back into downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, step forward with the left foot, place the right knee down, and now you're going to curl the hips under and come forward into a low lunge. Good, a few more breaths here. And push back onto your right knee. Stretch the left foot. Walk your hands out. Now I want you to reach your forehead for your foot. Good, keep that left knee stretched, hips reaching back. Back is straight, long. Come forwards again onto your left foot into low lunge. Curl the back toes, lift the back heel. You're going to take a big inhale. On the exhale, you're going to lift your upper body to high lunge. Now you turn your feet out to face the side wall, the side of your mat. So both toes are out. So I'm going to turn around and face you. You stay where you are. Unless you need to see the camera. So my toes are facing out, similar to how we just were. I'm going to take a big forward fold in the center of my feet with a flat back. This time I'm going to take a twist. So I'm going to plant my left hand in the center of my body and reach my right hand up. Open in a big twist. Keep my shoulders down, squeezing them back. Long spine. Hips reaching up to the ceiling, hamstrings opening up, and breathing. Good. Now you're going to reach your right hand back for the floor and open up your left hand. Try and keep your hips in the middle. When we twist, we often want to stick a hip out. So we're going to try not to stick our hips out. We're going to try and stay in the center. Good, 2 more breaths. And bring your hand back to center. Place your hands on your hips. Inhale and bring your body up. So I had to switch feet, so I'm just going to switch back. Now you're going to turn back to left side lunge. This time we're going to do something a little different. You're going to step your feet together at the front of the mat. Good. For our next part of our standing series, I'm going to face you. You should face the front of your mat. So you're going to bring your right ankle over across your left ankle. So kind of like that figure 4 that we had earlier. My right ankle is flexed and my right knee's to the side. Now I'm going to place my hands at heart center, or I can hold onto my leg if I need the balance, and I'm going to sit back like I'm sitting in a chair. Go ahead, stay here for a few more breaths. You should really feel this deep in the head. And I want you to reach for the floor and stretch your left leg. Good, stay here for a few breaths. Now, if you're ready to take it more intense, you can choose to stay here, or you take your hands off the floor and hold onto your left ankle. Good, reach your hands back for the floor, and you're going to lift your upper body. Come on back up. Good, hold your balance here for one more breath. And release the right leg back to the floor. Good, shake it out. Now we're going to do the left leg. So you take the left leg up and over, cross your left leg over your left ankle over your right leg, and you're going to sit back with your hands in prayer like you're sitting in a chair. And when you're ready, you're going to slowly, with control, reach for the floor. Stretch that back knee. Now you're going to take hold of your ankle with both hands and balance. Reach your hands for the floor again. Use your upper body strength. Use your core and lift your body back up. Bring your hands to prayer. Take one more breath. And release. Good work. We're going to squat down to the floor. So using all the control, going as slowly as you can. Point your toes a little bit out towards the corners of your mat, hip width apart. Send your hips back like you're sitting in a chair, and you're going to lower down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, halfway, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we sit. Great. We're going to do 2 seated positions and then a laying position to end our practice. So you're going to start with your left leg in front of you. Let's start with it stretched out. So you're going to stretch out your left leg, and you're going to cross your right leg over top. Now I'm going to bend my left leg underneath me. So I'm in a bit of a pretzel. Now I'm going to take my right leg and lay it down flat on top of my left leg. If your knees are not flat, if your foot is still lifted, that's okay. It's a process, it's a progress, it's a journey. Wherever you're at in that journey today, you're still going to get the benefits of this stretch. So maybe if you're sitting and you feel this in your hip already, this might be enough for you today, and that's a great stretch. If you're ready to take it one step further, we're going to take an inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to walk our hands out with a flat spine as far as we can. You don't have to get your stomach flat on your legs to feel this either. You could just bring your hands in front of your knees like this, or you could keep them behind your knees. Wherever you need to be today is good. So this is a really deep opener for the hip, the right hip especially. Really getting in there. So we're just going to take about 10 breaths and really relax into the stretch. Good. Walk your hands back in, and we're going to release the stretch. So first you're going to lift your right leg, lift it up and over and let it go, and then open your left leg to the side. Now you're going to stretch the right leg in front, cross the left leg over top. Lift your hips to the side if you need to bring the right leg around beside you. Now pick the left foot up and cross it over in a pretzel. Good. Now you can either sit here with your hands behind you, a little more challenging with your hands in front of you, or you can join me and walk your hands out all the way for a few breaths. Good. Walk your hands back up. Release the left leg and come over to tabletop. So there's two ways to get into our last position. You could do the pose we did at the start where you lay on your back in a figure 4. I'll show you that one right now in case you need it. So this next pose might not be accessible for everyone. So if you're having trouble getting into the next pose, you can sit like this, keep your knees bent, cross your right ankle over the left leg, and then try to sit as close as you can to that leg until you feel a stretch. So you're going to plant your left foot, cross your right ankle over, bring your right knee out, and sit up tall. To get out of it, you're going to lean back, release the ankle, and then switch feet. If you find that's too easy and you're ready for a deeper stretch, then we're going to do pigeon pose. So for pigeon pose, you're going to reach your right ankle forwards and walk your left toes back. So my left foot is straight out behind me, and my right leg is at a 90-degree angle. What I don't want to see is your ankle coming back towards your bum. What we need here is for your ankle to go forwards, away from you, to create a deeper stretch. So your ankle needs to be at least in line with your knee or close to that. Good, then you're going to walk out onto your hands, onto your elbows to make it a little deeper if you're ready. And we'll hang out here for a few breaths. And when you're ready, walk back up on your hands. To get out of this, you're going to sit over to the side, sit onto your right side, and bring your legs back behind you. Then you're going to come back to tabletop and either switch legs in your pigeon or switch legs in your figure 4. Up to you. Okay, here we go. Everyone, left side. Good, and if you're ready, you can walk down to your elbows, come a little deeper. And walk back up and come out of that stretch gently. And let's finish with a couple of breaths in Shavasana. So we're going to restore balance to our body, lay down on your mat, everything straight, reach your palms out, and take a few collective breaths. So breathe in and out for twice as long. And in and out for twice as long. And again, breathe in and out and in and out. Good, and when you're ready, come up to seated. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoy these hip openers. I hope you enjoy the beautiful weather. The day after Earth Day, I hope you get to go outside for a walk in some sunshine. Have a great day. Namaste.